Chevy just flipped the entire car market upside down? Are they rewriting the rules of the car market forever? In a market flooded with unsold inventory and struggling competitors, Chevy dropped a bombshell that stunned Wall Street, leaving rivals like Ford and Stellantis scrambling to keep up. But what exactly is this bold move? What does their strategy mean for the future of cars? And most importantly, how will this seismic shift impact you and what you pay? What's happening? Imagine a car market teetering on the edge, overflowing lots, layoffs, and automakers scrambling for survival. Then, out of nowhere, Chevy makes a move so bold it stuns the entire industry. The automotive industry has been in turmoil. Rising production costs, global supply chain disruptions, and wavering consumer demand have pushed even the biggest players to their limits. Ford, Stellantis, and other giants are drowning in unsold inventory, their dealerships struggling to find buyers. It's a chaotic landscape that has left many wondering who will survive. And just as the market seemed on the brink of collapse, Chevrolet stepped up. But Chevy didn't just survive, they thrived. In a single strategic move, they turned the industry on its head. While others were overwhelmed, Chevy rewrote the rulebook, adapting to a changing world in ways no one else could foresee. The shockwave didn't just disrupt the status quo, it set a new standard for the entire industry. But what exactly did Chevy do to achieve this seismic shift? The announcement that stunned Wall Street. No one saw this coming. Chevy's announcement sent shockwaves not just through dealerships, but all the way to Wall Street. Chevy's earnings report didn't just beat expectations, it obliterated them. Investors were stunned. In a year when most automakers were reporting losses, layoffs, or declining sales, Chevrolet did the unthinkable. They thrived. Wall Street analysts scrambled to make sense of it. How had Chevy outperformed their rivals in such a challenging market? The answer lay not in extravagant luxury models or overhyped electric vehicles, but in something far more grounded: affordability, efficiency, and an unmatched ability to adapt to consumer demand. As competitors like Ford and Stellantis were grappling with overflowing inventory and declining market shares, Chevy was quietly executing a strategy that would set them apart. This wasn't just about profits, it was about redefining what success looks like in the automotive world. While other brands were struggling to tread water, Chevy was building momentum, leaving the competition in the dust. What's the secret behind Chevy's success? What Chevy did differently. While competitors chased high-margin luxury dreams, Chevy stayed focused on what really matters: the everyday buyer. Chevrolet's strategy wasn't flashy, but it was revolutionary. In a world obsessed with high-margin luxury SUVs and cutting-edge electric vehicles, Chevy made a different bet. They doubled down on affordability without sacrificing quality. Models like the Chevy Trailblazer and Trax proved to be game changers, offering practicality and reliability at a price point that didn't alienate buyers. While others priced themselves out of reach for the average consumer, Chevy embraced the mass market, providing options for families, first-time car buyers, and anyone seeking value. But Chevy's brilliance didn't stop at affordability. They understood the importance of balance. Premium offerings like the Silverado and Tahoe catered to those willing to spend a bit more, ensuring Chevy had something for everyone. This balance wasn't just clever, it was transformative. It allowed Chevy to dominate across income brackets, creating a customer base that competitors couldn't match. But Chevy's strategy wasn't just about pricing, it was about rewriting the rules of automotive success. A new rulebook for success. Chevy didn't just play the game, they changed it entirely. What truly sets Chevrolet apart is their ability to adapt. While competitors like Ford and Stellantis faced pushback from dealerships, Chevy built stronger relationships. They avoided the pitfalls of overproduction, ensuring their vehicles moved off lots quickly and consistently. Chevy's approach to electrification was another masterstroke. Instead of diving headfirst into an uncertain EV market, they took a measured approach. While Ford's F-150 Lightning struggled to meet expectations, Chevy balanced innovation with practicality, focusing on improving gas-powered models like the Suburban and Silverado, while gradually expanding their EV lineup. This strategy allowed Chevy to maintain profitability while preparing for the future. They didn't abandon their core strengths, they enhanced them. Additionally, Chevy invested in advanced manufacturing techniques and enhanced supply chain management to further streamline production and reduce costs. The result? Chevy not only survived the chaos, but thrived, emerging as a leader in an industry desperate for stability. But while Chevy was thriving, their competitors were faltering. What went wrong for the rest of the industry? Chevy's foresight in maintaining a diverse portfolio ensured they could pivot seamlessly as market demands evolved. Their ability to anticipate consumer needs and respond with agility set them apart, making their success a benchmark for others to follow. Competitors falling behind. As Chevy surged ahead, competitors like Ford and Stellantis found themselves drowning in their own mistakes. While Chevy's success became the talk of the industry, rivals like Ford and Stellantis were grappling with mounting challenges. Their strategies, once praised for focusing on high-margin luxury vehicles, were proving disastrous in a rapidly shifting market. Ford dealerships were overwhelmed with inventory. Rows of unsold Broncos, Rangers, and F-150s sat gathering dust, creating a grim picture of stagnation. Stellantis fared no better. Their decision to cut production of the Ram 1500 Classic highlighted a growing disconnect with consumer demand. But why were these automotive giants struggling? The problem boiled down to one critical mistake: an overemphasis on luxury. By prioritizing high-end models with steep price tags, they alienated a significant portion of their customer base. In a time of rising interest rates and tightened budgets, these vehicles simply didn't resonate with consumers. Chevy, on the other hand, saw the writing on the wall. By maintaining a diverse lineup that catered to all income brackets, they avoided the pitfalls of overproduction and overpriced inventory. What did Chevy do differently, and how did they recognize the gap that others ignored? Affordability versus luxury. While competitors gambled on exclusivity, Chevy doubled down on accessibility, and it's paying off. Ford and Stellantis bet heavily on luxury vehicles, believing that higher margins would offset lower sales volumes. This strategy backfired spectacularly. Consumers were no longer willing to shell out for expensive SUVs or trucks, especially as economic uncertainty loomed large. Chevy, however, identified a critical shift in consumer behavior. Instead of chasing luxury margins, they leaned into affordability without compromising quality. Models like the Chevy Trailblazer and Trax became shining examples of this strategy, offering practical, reliable transportation at price points that appealed to a broad audience. While competitors focused on the high-end market, Chevy realized that most buyers were looking for value. For example, the Trailblazer's starting price hovered well below competitors' offerings, making it an attractive option for families, young professionals, and first-time car buyers. At the same time, Chevy didn't abandon the luxury segment entirely. Models like the Silverado High Country and Tahoe Premier catered to buyers willing to spend more, ensuring they captured every segment of the market. This balance between affordability and premium offerings gave Chevy a competitive edge that their rivals couldn't match. Additionally, Chevy's commitment to quality and customer satisfaction reinforced their reputation, fostering loyalty and repeat business. They invested in advanced features and reliable performance across all models, ensuring that affordability never meant sacrificing the driving experience. The result? Chevy wasn't just meeting demand, they were creating it, outperforming their competitors in both sales volume and consumer trust. But affordability wasn't Chevy's only advantage. Their cautious approach to electrification proved equally critical. Chevy's strategic focus on accessibility has not only driven sales, but also set a new industry standard, compelling other automakers to rethink their approaches. By prioritizing what consumers really want, Chevy has secured a lasting position of leadership in the automotive market. The EV gamble. While others rushed headlong into the EV market, Chevy took a step back, and the strategy worked. The electric vehicle revolution has been a hot topic in the automotive world. Brands like Ford and Stellantis have poured billions into electrification, launching high-profile models like the Ford F-150 Lightning and various Stellantis EVs. Yet these ambitious projects have been plagued by challenges. Production delays, high manufacturing costs, and insufficient charging infrastructure have hampered their efforts, leaving many consumers skeptical about the practicality of these new models. Ford's F-150 Lightning, once hailed as a groundbreaking innovation, struggled to meet sales expectations. Production issues, high price points, and limited charging infrastructure alienated potential buyers. Stellantis faced similar hurdles, with their electric models failing to resonate in a market still dominated by gas-powered vehicles. Additionally, supply chain disruptions have further complicated their ability to deliver EVs efficiently and cost-effectively. Chevy, however, took a different approach. They recognized that while EVs are the future, the present still belongs to gas-powered vehicles. Instead of overcommitting to electrification, Chevy focused on maintaining a balanced portfolio. This strategic decision allowed them to cater to a wider range of consumers, ensuring that they did not alienate their existing customer base while gradually introducing electric options. Their strategy was simple but effective: optimize their gas-powered lineup while gradually introducing EVs like the Silverado Electric and Equinox Electric. By doing so, Chevy avoided the financial strain and overproduction issues that plagued their competitors. This balanced approach ensured steady revenue streams from their traditional models while slowly building their presence in the EV market. More importantly, Chevy understood the realities of the EV market. Battery technology remains expensive, and charging infrastructure is still inadequate in many regions. By not rushing to electrify their entire lineup, Chevy retained profitability while preparing for a gradual transition to electric vehicles. They invested in improving the efficiency and performance of their gas-powered models, ensuring they remained competitive and appealing to a broad audience. Chevy's focus on building trust with dealers ensured that their vehicles were always available and appealing to consumers, preventing the inventory issues that hampered their competitors. This holistic strategy, combining product balance with strong partnerships, set Chevy apart as a leader in the automotive industry, proving that thoughtful strategic decisions can yield remarkable results even in a turbulent market. Dealer dynamics. While competitors strained relationships with their dealers, Chevy built trust and reaped the rewards. The relationship between automakers and dealerships is a cornerstone of the automotive industry. For Ford and Stellantis, these relationships were becoming increasingly strained. Overproduction led to overflowing lots, forcing dealerships to reject additional inventory. This created a bottleneck, making it harder for these brands to move vehicles and meet sales targets. Chevy, on the other hand, maintained strong relationships with their dealer network. By aligning production with demand, they avoided the inventory issues plaguing their competitors. Dealers weren't stuck with unsellable stock. They had vehicles that customers actually wanted to buy. This approach kept the supply chain moving smoothly, ensuring that Chevy's vehicles didn't languish on dealership lots. It also strengthened trust between Chevy and their dealers, giving them a strategic advantage in a highly competitive market. Another key aspect of Chevy's dealer strategy was their focus on adaptability. While other automakers imposed rigid production schedules, Chevy worked closely with dealers to adjust inventory based on local demand. This flexibility allowed Chevy to respond to market trends quickly, keeping their dealers profitable and engaged. By maintaining strong dealer relationships, Chevy ensured that their vehicles reached consumers efficiently, reinforcing their position as an industry leader. But what does Chevy's success mean for the broader market? The ripple effect. Chevy's strategy didn't just affect their competitors, it's reshaping the entire automotive industry. Chevy's dominance has sent shockwaves through the market. Competitors like Ford and Stellantis are now scrambling to adjust their strategies, rethinking their focus on luxury vehicles and overambitious electrification plans. This rapid shift is forcing these companies to pivot quickly, often at the expense of their long-term visions and established brand identities. For example, Stellantis recently announced cuts to their production of the Ram 1500 Classic, signaling a significant shift in priorities. This move highlights their struggle to align with current market demands while trying to maintain profitability. Similarly, Ford has begun re-evaluating its approach, scaling back on luxury models and refocusing on mass market options to regain stability and meet consumer needs more effectively. These shifts highlight a growing recognition of the importance of affordability, a principle Chevy has championed from the start. By proving that it's possible to balance affordability with innovation, Chevy has forced the industry to reconsider what success looks like. They have demonstrated that maintaining a diverse and accessible lineup can drive sustained growth, even in a challenging economic environment. Chevy's impact is clear. They're not just leading the market, they're redefining it, creating a more consumer-friendly industry in the process. With competitors on the defensive, Chevy's bold moves continue to shape the future of the automotive world. Their ability to anticipate market trends and respond with strategic agility sets a new benchmark for what it means to be a leader in the automotive sector. As Chevy paves the way, the entire industry is evolving, prioritizing value and practicality alongside innovation and luxury. Changing consumer expectations. Chevy didn't just listen to consumers, they anticipated their needs, reshaping expectations across the industry. The automotive landscape is more polarized than ever. On one end, luxury vehicles dominate headlines with promises of cutting-edge technology and high performance. On the other, affordability is becoming a defining factor for buyers navigating rising costs of living and economic uncertainty. Chevy understood that straddling this divide wasn't just smart, it was necessary. Consumers today are looking for cars that fit into their budgets without compromising on quality or features. Chevy capitalized on this by offering models like the Trax and Trailblazer, which delivered reliability and practicality without breaking the bank. At the same time, their mid-tier and premium options, such as the Silverado and Tahoe, appealed to buyers wanting a little more without venturing into exorbitant pricing territory. This alignment with consumer expectations was no accident. Chevy studied market trends and recognized that buyers were increasingly wary of luxury price tags. By focusing on value and reliability, they positioned themselves as the brand for real-world buyers. Chevy's ability to deliver vehicles that match consumer priorities hasn't just met expectations, it has raised them, forcing the rest of the industry to rethink their approach. But Chevy's transformation wasn't just about meeting expectations, it was about building trust in a volatile market. The role of gas-powered models. While the industry raced toward electric vehicles, Chevy stayed grounded in what consumers still wanted: dependable gas-powered cars. In the rush to electrification, many automakers have neglected their gas-powered offerings, leaving a significant gap in the market. Chevy, however, recognized the enduring appeal of traditional internal combustion engine vehicles and doubled down on optimizing their lineup. The Chevrolet Suburban and Tahoe are perfect examples of this strategy. These models have long been staples for families and businesses alike, offering spacious interiors, dependable performance, and modern technology. Chevy didn't just keep these vehicles in production, they improved them, ensuring they remained competitive in a changing market. Even as the EV market grows, many consumers remain hesitant to switch. Concerns about charging infrastructure, battery range, and higher upfront costs continue to make gas-powered vehicles the preferred choice for a significant portion of buyers. Chevy's decision to maintain and enhance their gas-powered lineup has allowed them to cater to this demand, securing a steady stream of loyal customers. Chevy's focus on gas-powered models didn't just preserve a market segment, it turned it into a key pillar of their success, all while competitors struggled to adapt. But what lessons did Chevy learn from the mistakes of their competitors? Lessons from the competition. As Ford and Stellantis stumbled, Chevy took notes and turned those lessons into winning strategies. Ford and Stellantis have both faced significant challenges in recent years, from overproduction of high-margin vehicles to misaligned electrification strategies. Ford's inventory issues, exemplified by unsold Broncos and F-150s, highlighted the risks of overestimating demand. Stellantis, meanwhile, struggled with their Ram 1500 classic production cuts, signaling a failure to balance affordability with profitability. Chevy avoided these pitfalls by staying adaptable. Rather than overproducing high-end models, they diversified their lineup to include a mix of affordable, mid-range, and premium options. This approach ensured that Chevy could meet demand across multiple price points while avoiding the inventory issues that plagued their competitors. In the EV space, Ford and Stellantis poured resources into ambitious projects that failed to deliver the expected returns. Chevy, in contrast, took a more measured approach. They prioritized profitability and market readiness, introducing EVs gradually while continuing to optimize their gas-powered vehicles. By learning from their competitors' missteps, Chevy turned challenges into opportunities, solidifying their position as an industry leader. With Chevy's strategy reshaping the market, the ripple effects were felt far beyond their sales figures. Chevy isn't just thriving, they're reshaping the industry to benefit dealers, competitors, and most importantly, consumers. As Chevy's influence grows, the question remains, can they sustain this momentum in a rapidly evolving market? Risks in the electric revolution. Chevy may be winning today, but the electric revolution is coming. Can they stay ahead? The automotive industry is in the midst of a seismic shift. Governments worldwide are pushing for stricter emission standards, and many automakers have pledged to phase out gas-powered vehicles within the next 2 decades. While Chevy's cautious approach to electrification has worked so far, the future brings significant risks. Tesla, the undisputed leader in the EV space, continues to dominate with innovations that are years ahead of the competition. Meanwhile, Ford and Stellantis, despite their struggles, are pouring billions into EV development to secure their place in this new era. Chevy, by contrast, has taken a more measured approach. Models like the Silverado EV and Equinox EV show promise, but they're entering a market crowded with competitors and high consumer expectations. The cost of battery technology remains a significant barrier, and widespread infrastructure challenges such as inadequate charging stations add to the complexity. Yet Chevy's pragmatic strategy also offers an advantage. By focusing on profitability and maintaining a balance between EVs and gas-powered vehicles, they've avoided the financial pitfalls that have ensnared their rivals. However, if they fail to scale their EV production at the right time, they risk being perceived as lagging behind. Chevy's future in the electric revolution hinges on finding the perfect balance between innovation and timing, a delicate act that could define their next decade. But electric vehicles aren't the only challenge Chevy faces. Sustainability and profitability. In a world increasingly focused on sustainability, can Chevy balance eco-conscious innovation with financial success? The push towards sustainability has become a driving force in the automotive industry. Consumers and governments alike are demanding cleaner, more efficient vehicles, and Chevy must rise to meet these expectations. Chevy's current strategy reflects a pragmatic understanding of the challenges. While other automakers are investing heavily in EVs, often at the expense of profitability, Chevy has taken incremental steps. By introducing hybrid models and focusing on fuel-efficient gas-powered vehicles, they're catering to today's market while building a foundation for the future. The Chevrolet Bolt, one of their early EV entries, has seen success, but it's just the beginning. The challenge lies in expanding their electric lineup while maintaining affordability. Tesla's price cuts have pressured competitors, forcing brands like Chevy to find ways to produce EVs that are both accessible and profitable. Chevy's sustainability efforts extend beyond their vehicles. Investments in renewable energy at manufacturing facilities and partnerships with battery suppliers for sustainable sourcing are key components of their long-term strategy. However, these efforts must scale quickly to keep pace with consumer expectations and regulatory demands. Chevy's ability to maintain profitability while embracing sustainability could set them apart in a crowded, eco-conscious market. As Chevy navigates these challenges, their competitors are watching closely, but so are their customers. Industry-wide implications. Chevy isn't just redefining itself, it's forcing the entire industry to evolve. Chevy's bold strategy has sent ripples through the automotive world. Competitors like Ford and Stellantis are scrambling to adapt, while Tesla continues to set the standard for EV innovation. The pressure is mounting, and Chevy's success has raised the stakes for everyone. For dealers, Chevy's approach offers a blueprint for stronger relationships and more efficient inventory management. While competitors face resistance from their dealership networks, Chevy has proven that collaboration and flexibility are key to navigating market challenges. For consumers, the implications are profound. Chevy's focus on affordability and reliability is reshaping the market, providing buyers with options that prioritize value over luxury. As other automakers follow suit, the industry could see a broader shift toward consumer-friendly practices. However, this transformation isn't without risks. If Chevy overcommits to affordability, they risk being perceived as less innovative than brands like Tesla. Conversely, if they lean too heavily into premium offerings, they may alienate the cost-conscious buyers who have driven their recent success. Chevy's ability to balance innovation, affordability, and profitability is setting a new standard, one that could shape the future of the automotive industry. But what does this mean for you, the consumer? What it means for you. Chevy's success isn't just about cars, it's about giving you more choices, better value, and a brighter future. For buyers, Chevy's strategy means a market that is more aligned with your needs. Whether you're looking for an affordable compact SUV, a reliable gas-powered truck, or a cutting-edge electric vehicle, Chevy is delivering options that prioritize value without sacrificing quality. In a world where the cost of living continues to rise, Chevy's commitment to affordability is a game changer. Models like the Trax and Trailblazer offer practical solutions for everyday drivers, while their premium offerings, such as the Tahoe and Silverado, provide luxury at competitive prices. But Chevy's impact goes beyond individual models. By setting a new standard for affordability and innovation, they're influencing the entire industry. Competitors are being forced to adapt, leading to more choices and better pricing for consumers across the board. For those considering an EV, Chevy's measured approach offers a promising alternative to the luxury-priced offerings from competitors. The Silverado EV and Equinox EV combine practicality with cutting-edge technology, making them accessible options for drivers looking to embrace the future. Chevy isn't just changing the automotive market, they're changing what you can expect from it. But what's next for Chevy and the automotive world? Chevy's journey is far from over, and its bold moves continue to reshape the automotive industry. Chevy's success story is one of innovation, adaptability, and a commitment to understanding consumer needs. As they navigate the challenges of electrification, sustainability, and a rapidly evolving market, one thing is clear: Chevy is leading the way, but the future is uncertain. Will Chevy's strategies continue to deliver, or will the pressure of the electric revolution and shifting consumer expectations push them to the brink? Only time will tell. Now, we want to hear from you. Do you think Chevy's focus on affordability and balanced innovation is the right approach? How do you feel about their measured entry into the EV market? And what do you think the future holds for the automotive industry as a whole? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on the latest automotive insights.